Hello, my stamping friends. It's Christine from Christine's Stamping Spot, back with you for another Mystery Monday video. So I put a little teaser on Facebook yesterday wondering, did you figure out what stamp set I'm going to use? Yes, it's this one, Friendly Seagulls. Very, very good. I know you're all so clever. This is a celebration set, and if you are looking for it, you can earn this set for free with a $75 purchase, and it's here on page 6 of our celebration brochure. So there's some really cute samples there. And full disclosure, I am not a huge seagull fan. I find them messy and dirty, and they kind of want to, come and hover every time you are enjoying a little snack on the pier or wherever you are. But having said that, I have seen some amazing samples using this stamp set, some for my team members and just online, and these birds are just hilarious. So if you want to bring a smile to somebody's day, I think this set will do the trick. So it is a photopolymer set, and it's got some really fun little greetings in here, like "I love you more than French fries." That would even be a really cute Valentine greeting for your husband or partner or whatever. I just think it's hilarious. So I'll show you the project we're going to make. This was inspired by Connie Babbert at inkspiredtreasures.com. I have switched it up, and not a ton of stamping, but a little bit of fussy cutting. So I have gone ahead and done a few of those things ahead, just to save some time, because I know you guys all know how to fussy cut things. So we are going to start with our base, which is boho blue. Now this is one of our retiring ink colors this coming year, so that whole selection of what's in there, like the Moody Mauve, the Copper Clay, the Pebble Path, the Boho, and the other one, which I can't remember. They are all going to be retiring here in the next, I guess by the end of April, or is it the beginning of April when the new catalog is coming? So having said that, if you are running short of re-inkers or paper, or you want the blends, or you want the stamp pad or whatever, maybe start thinking about getting those sooner than later, because no fail, every year when it gets close to the end, they are just scooped up really quickly. And this I found was a really beautiful neutral sort of offering in the ink colors, and I love like the boho blue, and I love the pebble path and some of those other colors. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there just in case you weren't aware that this one will be retiring. And that includes everything in that color palette, so blends, everything. Okay, so we have a piece of boho blue, which is 11 by 4¼ and I've scored it at 5½. So just fold it in half. If you don't want to score, you can do that. All right, so this will be our base. So it's going to open up like this. And then we're going to put on a piece of basic white, and I will post all of these measurements if you're interested. So let me just open this up here. So we will put our white on, and then I've cut a piece of the Thoughtful Journey Designer paper. Do you guys remember this one? It looks like this, the one with the thistles and the beautiful backgrounds. Like, I just love this paper, and it came out a while back, but there are some really great patterns in here that I thought would look nice for a background, like the one I've chosen, but even this one would look pretty cool. This almost looks like some waves that are coming in to crash at the beach, and this is just the sky. And here too, I thought, well, this looks kind of like an ocean, and this looks kind of like the clouds, and then the sky with some clouds. So I thought, experiment with some of your designer papers, because they, even though they may have a pattern on one, check out the backs of them, because they have some really neat patterns on the back that might work for some of your more scenic or, you know, yeah, more scenic kind of cards that you'd like to make. So anyway, this is the one I chose. This was what was on the back. And you could just coordinate your cardstock, you know, with whatever's in that designer paper. I think the boho works not too bad with this. Okay, so we're going to put that on. Okay, so now to come to our crazy seagulls. So first thing is these posts. So I cut 3 pieces of crumb cake paper, all the same size. I think it was no, that's not right. 2 1/4 by 1/2 inch. And then I just kind of put them on and cut them different heights. Okay. So I went ahead and cut 3 of those. Now you might notice, wow, Christine, those don't look like they're just cut out of paper. So once I cut them out, I sponged them with a sponge dauber with crumb cake all around, and then ran them through the Birchwood 3D embossing folder, which looks like this. It's one of our large ones, okay? So I put all the pieces in there, ran them through all at the same time, and they came out like this. So kind of a wood grain. If you even have sort of a wood grain designer paper, that would work too. But I thought, oh, this crumb cake looks kind of like a sturdy post, and you know, I thought that would work fine. Okay, so now we have to decide where we are going to put these. So I'm just going to lay them down random and then decide where I'm going to cut. So I think like on my sample, I'll leave this one a little higher. Now, if you want, you can place your seagulls on top just to get your spacing, so your birds aren't crashing into each other. But I think with this, I'm kind of okay just winging it. Okay, so this one, I'm just gonna snip off a little bit off the bottom, just with scissors. And that will be a little bit higher. And then I'll put this one a little bit lower. Or should I flip those around? Maybe I cut too much off. I could kind of leave that almost, but I wanted this one a little. Okay, I am gonna cut this just a teeny bit. Just a teeny bit. Okay, and then I'm going to pop it up with some dimensionals. Okay, so we're going to do each post one at a time. And I'm just going to put my dimensionals. This is just a tip that I found for me that was useful. I'm just going to put my dimensionals at the top and the bottom of the post, because these two, I want to wrap some linen thread around there. And if there's a dimensional underneath in that center, that thread isn't going to go through. You could try tying the thread on before they're down, but for me, that would just not work. So I'm going to put these down first. I'm going to put these down first, and then I will fiddle with trying to get the linen thread in between those layers. Okay, so then the second one I'm going to make shorter. Okay, so maybe like so. And I don't want it too far from the post, this first post, because I want to, like I said, tie some linen thread around there. Okay, so let's put this maybe sort of, I'm just thinking about the birds, but I think if I do it here, it'll be okay. And then our last one, I think I'm just going to leave the height that it is. And this isn't going to have linen thread around it, the last one, but you could if you wanted to. Okay, and this one I'm going to put kind of over here. Okay, so those are my posts. Now for our crazy seagulls, I've gone ahead and I've stamped the 3 of them. There are 3 different ones in the stamp set. Okay, and I've stamped those in Memento, the Tuxedo Black Memento ink on basic white, and then I just colored in with some of the blends. Okay, so I used, I think it was Dark Daffodil Delight, Light Boho, and Light Crumb Cake. And then this is where the fussy cutting came in. Okay, so it doesn't take too long. There are a lot of, you know, sort of straighter edges except for the feet and stuff. So just make sure you don't snip those off by accident. So you can put these on in any order that you want. Let's see, I'm gonna use dimensional there, and then I want to cut some of this bottom straight edge pieces here, just to, I just think that will be a little bit easier here. Let's make sure those aren't showing. Nope, they're good. Okay, so, oops, we'll put this loudmouth guy up here. Oh, did I cut that off properly? Hang on, I'm just gonna snip this a little bit. Okay, so we'll put him sitting here at the top. He'll be the loud leader of the bunch, okay? And then I'll put the second guy beside him. He'll be sort of echoing the first guy. They're noisy, but oh my gosh, these guys are hilarious. So I can totally see them yelling here with their mouths open. Okay, so we'll put this guy, okay, he's a little bit close, but that's okay. We'll just sort of tilt him a little. So he'll go there. And then we'll put the guy here with the sticks in his mouth. We'll stick him on the end. I wonder if I should put a mini on top of his head here. Just don't want him flopping around. I can't really put too many down by his... Oh, I forgot to cut through here. Hang on. Let me just cut through here because the others are cut. This would look kind of weird if I didn't. So just gently and slowly. Hopefully I won't cut him off. Just get rid of some of that weight. There, that looks a little better. Yeah, like I wouldn't be able to put much of a dimensional on his legs here. So we'll just try to make sure he's secure. Other part of his body. Okay, you don't have to, if you just want to put these down flat, you can certainly do that. You don't have to go to the trouble of popping them, but I think it adds a lot. It sounds like they're going to jump off the posts at you, right? Okay, so now let's try feeding that linen thread through there. So I just have some on my spool, and I'm going to take the end and just feed it through the center and pull. You can adjust this later. It's just easier to have a little bit more to start with. So you'll just feed that through probably 3 or 4 times. Give it a little push if you need to. Okay. And then I'll do one more, and then we can sort of adjust where we want this. So. And by not having that dimensional under the center, I think it makes it a little bit easier because then you're not running into that. Okay, let's see if I can get this through one more time. Come on. There we go. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. So we'll just sort of tighten that up and just sort of adjust it how we want it on the post. Okay, and then in the end, I'm just going to tie a knot. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, let me just trim some of this so it's easier to tie here. Okay, so we will just tie a knot. And make it look a little coastal. Okay, let's trim this. Okay, so there we go with our linen thread. That looks pretty good. All right, so for our greeting, if I can find it, here it is. I chose to use the Hey Friend, but like I said, you could say I love you more than, and you could do French fries and put the French fries or chips or whatever you call them. But I'm just going to use the Hey Friend, and then later on I might stamp something different inside. So I stamped that with the memento on some of the boho blue and just angled the corner. And I'm just going to put that here right against the edge of the designer paper. So it's like the bird is yelling, "Hey, friend." And the last thing I'm going to do is add some more seagulls up here. And those are also in a stamp set here. And we will just do that with the black memento. And always try to make sure they're not flying upside down. Because that is really easy to do, to accidentally get it going the wrong way. Okay, and I decided to put these on last because now I have placement of where my seagulls are, where my greeting is, and they aren't getting hidden by any of those other pieces. So they're easy to add just right at the very end. All right, and that is our seagull, our friendly seagull card. So I hope you enjoyed that project and take advantage of celebration. It's ending the end of February. So you're welcome to go to my website and check out where you can find that. And I hope you had fun with this card, and we'll give it a try. So we will see you guys all next week. Bye for now.